Good evening, or morning, or afternoon, whatever time of the day it may be for you, everybody, and welcome back, possibly for the last time, to MediEvil. And by possibly I mean definitely. I definitely want to finish this game tonight, and I don't want anything in particular to delay that. But yeah, very low on streams towards the end of October. And this may be the only stream I'm able to do this week. It's looking kind of busy now I look at it. And next week... Yeah, I don't know, it's towards the end of the year, holidays are coming, my job is going to definitely eat up a lot of my free time. So I'll try to work with what I can, but I'm not gonna have a whole lot of stuff to work with. You just notice that your ears move when you eat... Yeah. I don't think I've ever actually shown my model in full-fledged, like all the little details, but yes. Yo! Let's put Dan to rest after all his hard work. I mean, until MediEvil too, of course. But, yes, Australia sentence that inspires as much dread as the holidays are coming. Yes, that is definitely a thing. But, yeah, my model has a couple of more things that you might realize. Fuck, let's zoom in a little bit. Since we're here already talking about this, there it is. So, you might notice that, actually, if I zoom in like a lot, by a lot, I mean like a lot, and then I zoom in over here. Did you ever notice that my eyes have, crowns under them? I don't know why I gave it that detail, but they do. Kinda like it, now I look at it. But, yes. There's that. There is, oh, there's something else in here. The whole hair actually has physics on it. I have thick eyebrows. What else is in here? Hey. I don't remember every single detail about my my model, because there's not that many details. Here's my first like proper model, but here's the hair. The Hoge actually has a little bit more physics than the rest of the hair, so you can notice it actually shakes a little bit more than the rest of it. The crowns are nice. The crowns are cute, and yeah. A quick zoom in of my model. That was a fun experience there, but let's get back to. Hello. I must have pressed a button that I didn't mean to press. It's probably what happened. Okay, but yeah. Jiggle bones in Live 2D are kind of weird. I'm gonna have to experiment with them a little bit. It doesn't work quite as they do in 3D animation, because it's not 3D animation, but you know, we'll figure it out. Okay, let's actually switch to MediEvil now. Just in time too, the music just ended. Okay, so the last time we finished the Haunted Ruins, and now we're gonna do the Ghost Ship. Okay, let's see if we get a phone call tonight. Probably. All right, we got launched. Forgot all about that. Oh, there's a dragon here. That's a little bit of a problem. So that dragon is very strange looking. Okay, that animation with eyes, with Dan's eyes just popping out. Since when does Dan have a worm companion? Game, you're introducing a lot of lore here that I wasn't aware of. Also, I guess that wasn't a dragon, that was a different kind of wyvern, maybe? Oh, that's how we get to this... That's how we get here. Yeah, Dan's just been perpetually stuck on midair for like a week and a half. This is the last time we were able to do this, or like just 1 week actually. The ghost ship. I don't actually remember this level, like at all. It's like it's part of a series of cutscenes that were supposed to be in the game, but this was the only one that survived, so we're missing tons of context. Possibly. I literally have absolutely no memory of this level.
Captain, I thought you ought to know we have a stowaway on board. I've told the men to scour the decks for him.
Rattle me
I
bones!
want that scurvy dog dangling from yon yardarm by his bowels.
We got more bones.
Really necessary? Couldn't we just give him a good tongue lashing and drop him off at the next port?
Look, there's not a man-jack on this ship who wouldn't keel-haul his own grandmother for the silver in her hair. There'll be no tongue lashing. Bring the landlubber to me and I'll tear him a new orifice.
Okay, so we got... I mean, you can back off, sir. I'm trying to do a bit. Look, sir. With all due respect, you're being a little bit of a prick here. Anyways, so I was gonna read this. Alright. You wanna get the corner treatment? You can get the corner treatment, you motherfucker. Okay. Anyways. Let me read this, please. You know, the voice I was expecting from the little skeleton. Daniel was a man. I mean, he was a dragon man. Most of the crew seemed to be under the control of a few officers. Without them, they'd be like headless chickens. I mean, Dan can kind of just replace his head, can't he? Well, we haven't actually seen him do that in this game. Maybe he only does that in MediEvil too. Okay. Can we like not die so quickly? Okay, am I supposed to do anything here? Alright, I'm just gonna keep waiting. Okay, what do I have to do with you? Yeah, just corner him. I don't think he's dying. I don't think this dude's dying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that dude's not dying. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna corner this guy. I don't think this is working out for me. I don't believe I'm supposed to kill those guys. In hindsight. Then meets his match, get a taste of his own medicine, gets his timbers shivered. Okay, well, there's our first game over in the first 15 minutes of stream. 13, actually. Okay, so don't actually fight the skeletons. I love how every skeleton in this game has like a different design. Look at this guy. He looks completely different from the skeletons we were just fighting and Daniel. So he's just like his own man. Alright, fine, whatever. That's okay. Radical Cruel, you said that this was a maddening second to last level. Actually, no, this isn't the one. There's another one that I know is gonna kick my ass. But I completely forgot about this level. Okay. The amount of klaxon repeatedly hitting was insane for the Dragon Breath, yeah, so we're gonna use the Dragon Breath to get that moon rune up there and then see what the hell they want us to do, but... Do they want me to platform? I don't like platforming. in this game. Okay, let's skip this cutscene.
Captain.
If you can't burn the skeletons, maybe you can crush them. We can try. Sure. Well, maybe with the magic sword. Would be a little bit easier. Okay. Right, I forgot I had to change the freaking controls. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I wish you could do this on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pass for the Nintendo 64 games, but you cannot. Actually. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that kills them fairly quickly. Okay. Yeah, just get out of the way. Okay, get off. Get off, Jesus Christ. Okay, give me a second. Hello, Plasma Dragoon. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay. I almost didn't notice that it was a different person because you have this. Because out of the 3 people in chat right now, they all have pretty much the same color. But you're the only one without a sword. Anyways, this is my favorite Let's Play. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish MediEvil tonight. Hopefully, ideally. Arlo made a video about like about the issues with Nintendo Switch Online. There's definitely some issues that need to be addressed in there. Green is your favorite color. Green is my favorite color too. That's why the whole stream setup is green. Okay, that is some platforming. Thankfully, the skeletons don't chase me in here. Okay. Get off. I am very confused about this. Hold on. Okay. That's a lot of doors opening and closing at the same time. So I can stand on those two. I can kind of see a path. Oh, okay. At least you don't immediately die once you do that. Well, I almost broke my freaking shield doing that. Green is not a creative color. Yes, that is a reference to whatever the name. I mean, just look that up and you will see exactly what that's a reference to. Okay. I don't think those platforms are in sync. Yeah, they're just kind of at random. I don't like that. Don't hug me, I'm scared. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay. Now let's just hang out in here for a minute. I did get the rune that I needed for that thing. Yeah, the platforms were apparently optional, which I'm very glad for. I remember when Devil May Cry was throwing a little bit of platforming challenges, and listen, Devil May Cry has excellent combat. Amazing. Oh, awesome. I love the combat in Devil May Cry. Not the platforming. I do not like the platforming in Devil May Cry. It is not... The game was not designed for platforming. Anyone who has played it for like a little bit will be able to tell you that. Okay, I don't know why I need to be up here, but okay, well now you've actually thrown me into an arena with a bunch of goons. Okay, oh now that guy's dead. I don't know why I did differently. Platforming's fine in combat heavy games, but bottomless pits are not. I suppose you make a point there. Okay. Yeah, that's... basically punishing the player harshly for not platforming well in a game that was not designed to be platformed at all. Yeah, that's the real problem there. Okay. Anyways, wait. Okay, I don't like how this physics work. Okay, let's just take it slow. then up here. Okay, awesome. I will go back and fight all those other skeletons later, but I think I need to do something about this. Alright. Some of the Wario Land games are good examples of how to do this. Holding a platform challenge will just delay you, not kill you. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Or... you know, it's probably a big reason as to why games started getting rid of, Ow. I did not mean to fall down here, but at least I'm alive. It's probably a big reason as to why, like, lives were eliminated from games. Because lives were originally kind of just like a thing to make the player... make players in arcades have to spend more money. But, that's not really a thing anymore. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can kill those guys just with the magic sword, not with the fire. Alright. But yeah, that's a big reason, and that just kind of bled into regular console games, but as time went on, developers realized, oh, wait a minute, we don't actually need extra lives. We just let the player have as many lives as they want to. And that actually makes the game flow better. So they started doing that. And it works out. Okay. I can't even remember the last non-retro game I played that had finite lives. Well, Crash Bandicoot 4 has it, but it's optional. So, I guess that kind of counts. Okay. Okay, well, we got that. Now we're back up here. Wait, where's the... okay, so if you're here, that means there's a blue guy around here somewhere. Huh. Now where could he be? Well, as long as he doesn't interrupt me while I'm doing my platforming, I guess I don't really care. Okay, fine. I'm gonna have to be careful with this. Okay. The most modern game I know that has lives is Catherine Full Body, which is a remake of the original. I actually didn't know Catherine had lives, and it feels like it shouldn't. Alright, but whatever. Their game, they can put whatever they want on it, I suppose. Okay. This feels somewhat familiar. Okay. Let's try this again. If I fall again, I'm gonna make my way back up here, and I'm gonna put a safe state, because I don't want to waste everyone's time while I'm trying to figure this shit out. Okay, let's go this way this time. Okay, that was a little unfair. Alright. Okay, now let's get over here. Oh, wait a minute, I see that over there. Give me a minute, let me make my way back around. Because I see this like bird cage here. Am I supposed to do something with that? Aha, it does take you somewhere. Well, I don't need that. Well, there's the chalice. Good to know. Okay, where is it? There he is. Get off. Okay, there we go. Much better. And get back. I don't like it. Don't like it. Okay. Let me charge this thing real quick. There. Why does everything in here take so many freaking hits to kill? Like, is there a better weapon that I should be using? Maybe the hammer will actually work better here, or the... Or the what's the name of it? The axe? Possibly. This ship has slowly been transforming into a carnival, right? Man, this level looks like it ought to be in a 3D Mario game. Yeah, not in a PS1 non-platformer. Ghost ship captain is the stuff as the old sea boots. You will need something a little more powerful than the weapons in your inventory to knock him overboard. Okay, well that's a clue. And we need to knock him overboard, not actually kill him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you mean like these cannons? Is that what you want me to use? Because I can do that. I can just put this on. Are you not a fan of me using my own source of fire? You want me to actually use the... Do I have to load them? Okay, well... Game, I want to need you to cooperate with me here. Okay, what is... Okay, yeah, that's just a club. So they do want me to use the club on this thing. You can burn anything with dragon fire? Apparently not... Not this things. Okay, I'm just trying to like do things here. This is horrible. Okay. Because you technically have to aim these. I think the enemies kind of just grow tired of trying to hit you after a while. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I just have to hope that the captain will walk in front of the thing as I'm turning it on. Because I can't aim here. If it was just the captain, I would probably be able to do it, but that's not what's going on here. Okay, but I think I'm slowly getting him. Now I just need to get him before they get me. Okay. This is a terrible level. Who thought this was a good idea? Who actually saw this and said, yep, that's what we're gonna make the level about. There, thankfully he's... Thank the Lord. And I still can't get out of here because I had to go back for the chalice. Okay, well game, I need to get back now. And I'm gonna get this while I'm at it. Here I thought this was just a straight upgrade from the club. Unless there's a phase 2 with this guy, this has to be one of the most disappointing boss fights I've seen in this game. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Looks like the hit detection is tight on those cannons, just a little off is considered a miss. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I can't actually get my chalice right now, but I should be able to as long as I get one of those guys from back there, but I didn't see a way back. That's what has me a little bit worried here. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, so the game actually wants me to fall into one of the proper things. Can I calculate this a little bit? Well, I mean, that kind of works. Okay, so if these guys are waking up, right? If those guys are awake, there has to be a blue guy around here. Right? Like that makes sense? That sounds logical? Okay, hold on a second. But maybe I should try to just make my way back to the first area. A perfect example of how bad the Tales of Arise boss fights are. There's an easy boss, but minions annoy the heck out of you. I feel like a lot of Tales of games kind of do that sometimes. Okay, well, let me put my freaking... First of all, let me get my shield, and second, let me get my sword. mean, I didn't mean to do that, but that works. Okay. Yeah, so I'm up here. I just need to get back there. Is there a way to do that? I don't want to save stick because you're almost there and you want to redo the whole level. That is a good point. But I might have to redo the whole level. Because there's no way around to that guy up there. Oh no. Wait. No, there has to be a way back, right? Maybe over here? No? It's a hole in the wall, but I guess it's nothing. Wait. Please, game, like, you've got... You understand why this is a problem, right? Game design? You understand why this is not good, right? Wait. Oh no. Am I actually stuck in here? Like I can't... I feel like if I fuck around with this enough, I might just be able to like break into the geometry. Can you do the level without having to redo the boss? No, because the chalice brings you to the Hall of Heroes. So you technically have to do that? Wait. Hold on a second. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, well, we got one more chance here. If I can make my way to that platform up there. Hold on. There's a flat chance there. Alright. Is there an invisible wall here? There is. Oh my god. Game, are you actually doing this? Well, I mean, I'm dead anyways. So we're just gonna have to do that shit again. Game? I'm half an hour into this. Can you not do this to me right now? Oh my fucking god. Okay, well, you know what? I'm safe scumming this time. I don't care. Because it looked like the blue guys were invincible at first. Because, you know, we beat the fuck out of them with the fire and even with some of the weapons, and they just wouldn't fucking die. Thank you for reminding me to stay hydrated. Okay. Game, you understand why you're breaking your own rules here and why that's not good game design. Okay, whatever. Old games. It just kind of comes with the territory. I will go through this as quickly as possible, and yes, I will use save states this time. Don't worry. Okay. Let's see.
Captain, I thought you ought to know we have a...
Right, triangle is now R1. Okay. Save state right here. Save state. Oh, excellent. Awesome. Now, first of all, shield. And then, sword. Okay, you, motherfucker up here. This better be a good reward for what I'm about to do. Hey. See, yeah, no, so he does die after a lot of damage. After a lot of freaking damage, but not when he normally should. You come here. Okay, hey Jackrabbit, welcome to the stream. Yes, it is now speedrun time because the game wanted to be a bitch about this. Okay, you. Can I buy anything from you? Nothing that I can actually use right now. Unless... You know what, sure, I got a lot of money. We might as well get ourselves some, arrows. And, I don't really use throwing daggers anymore. We'll leave it at that. So much for a legendary dragon potion armor. Yes, it's, not particularly great. As we have come to find out the hard way. Okay. Wasn't I just... No, hold on. Okay. What I had to do is I had to come down here. Just jump over that. I don't care. And stand here for just a minute. I might not even go for the money. I don't need it. I got plenty of cash now. It's not necessary for 100% completion. Okay. Okay, give me this guy right here. Blue root. You, motherfucker, come here. Just wail on him. Yeah, that money over there, don't need it. It's just a little bit. Got plenty of that over here somewhere. Where's the Chaos Rune? There's the Chaos Rune. Well, broke my shield, that's okay. Got another one right here. Okay. Okay. And then the fastest way is gonna be... Damn it, not that way. Okay, that works. You know what? That's okay. I'll just go this way. I kinda ignored them, but exactly what exactly are the runes? They seem to be just keys with funny names. That is exactly what they are. Just keys with funny names. They open doors and that's all they do. They didn't want to use actual keys because I guess that's kind of boring. Keys have been done before and will be done again. Okay. Okay, let's actually try a different weapon. Just to see if there's actually a difference in power here. Probably not, actually. This broadsword won't actually be any stronger, will it? I don't suppose it would be. It feels about the same, actually. Okay, now we just need to kill the, the dude here. There. Yeah, this works. I'm going about this a lot smoother this time. I mean, as long as those dudes don't wake up, you don't have a problem. Oh, well, goddamn, speak of the freaking devil. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Okay, well... I'm mildly tempted to try to kill this guy. Just so I can, like... Like, just set this thing on fire. Would you thank you? Okay. There. There we go. Chalice can now be collected. Give me that club. Let me get out of here. Collect the chalice and we're done. Alright? I don't want to do this anymore. Alright, hold on. Look at all that health I freaking wasted up there. We were just at like almost full health. My god. Okay. Well, thankfully I was able to do the level again in a matter of minutes. So you can speedrun this game. Now you know. Okay. I missed the platform. I might as well the boss that can only be beaten by lighting Deku sticks on fire. That sounds horrifying, and that's basically what this is. Okay. Okay. I get the freaking chalice, and now we can get out of here. Alright? I don't even care about all that health down there. I don't need it. I'm sure we'll find some more in the next level. Get out of here. I don't want to fight you people. I'm done. And that's just how the level ends. Okay. Well, sorry about that delay. Didn't mean for that to happen. But that's just kind of what you gotta be prepared for when you're doing Let's Plays. Okay, you have anything to say? You do not. Who is going to be the next person to give me something? Is it gonna be you? Okay, it better be something good for all the effort I just had to go through. Is it you again? It is not you again. Okay. It's you. Got a shield for me? Sir?
You are back here for the skill. I think this is because of my shield, yeah? But I have something else I can give to you. Something you may find very interesting.
Is it another shield? No, it's a lot of money. I fucking hate this game, god damn it. I don't need that. I knew it wasn't gonna be something good. I was just hoping. Alright, whatever. For the sake of 100% completion and bragging rights, we did it. Alright. Yes, definitely save your progress. I would like to save in slot number 1. I would like to save over this save file. That is an ant going down my wall. I mean, it's fine. Just hope that doesn't mean there's sugar around here somewhere. You know what? Just to be safe, I'm gonna also do a freaking save state right here. Okay, the entrance hole. I don't... Is that what this level's supposed to be called? Sure looks like a final level to me. It's... I don't think it actually is yet. Game, please don't have like a million more levels here. You wouldn't expect a final level to be called the entrance hall. You're more like the first part of the final area, but not the actual final area. I believe this the CGI intro cutscene had us here, though. Oh no, it's not. It's fucking you guys. Alright, hold on. Oh, they got shields. Okay, let's see.
Sir Daniel Fortescue, standing bold as you like in the foyer of Xerox Castle. Who'd have thought it? Not us, that's for sure. We's afraid the master of the house is out trying to plunge the land into eternal night. But come on in and make yourself at home.
Okay. What am I supposed to do about this, guys? Yeah, see, they got shields. Can't just do anything about them. Well, the final level in Super Mario World is technically called Front Door. We're gonna go into the heavens after this, aren't we? Probably. Those mischievous imps have been at Xerox spellbooks again. They're shielded by magic, the naughty creatures. Well, what a magic sword would I care of that? You will, actually. Okay, well, good thing we have the magic sword. And magic arrows if we didn't have that. Okay. I'm going by spiral logic, you'll want to use fire breath. Nope, we're fine. Come here. They die in one hit too. I much prefer these enemies over what we were just dealing with. Okay. This wall looks suspicious. Well, I guess it's just my imagination. Okay. Can I go up there? I cannot. Man, this sword is powerful. Except against the skeletons, but everything else dies like super quickly with this thing. Yeah, funny, the last level was like the only level in a while that actually gave us some trouble. Okay, yeah, this is definitely where Zarok was earlier. Wait. Okay, motherfucker, come here. Now, give me a magic sword, alright? Now where's that other one? Come here. Okay, now where's my shield? There it is. Okay, so there's the chalice. We actually almost have it. Well, let's see what we have over here. Spellbook. Contents. Raising the dead, page 5. Putting the town to sleep, page 71. Looking good for the over 400s, page 136. Robbing people of their free will, page 207. Summoning demons, page 268. Card tricks, page 298. You know, this sounds like a comrade's handbook, but okay, sure. Say goodbye of Sarok. 100 years I've spent in exile, using my anger to keep me warm, feeding off my suffering, relaxing with my angst. But soon, they will pay. All of them, including Fortescue. It was my first plan to conquer Gallowmere, and posthumously claims to have killed me. When I find him, I'm going to get MediEvil on his bony behind. I never liked him anyway. I was hanging around the courts, interfering. Where are you going with that dead cat, Sarok? Where did you find that brain, Sarok? Red shit, busybody. Just chill out, Edgelord Wizard. Card tricks, one of those chapters is not like the others. Multiple of those are not. That's almost a title drop. It said MediEvil, not MediEvil. MediEvil. The actual word, not the word they made up for the game. Okay. Yeah, I wonder how many people don't actually realize that this game is called MediEvil and not Medieval. It's a very easy thing to miss, like how Oddworld Apes Odyssey is spelled Odyssey with 2 E's at the end instead of Odyssey with a Y at the end, like you're supposed to actually spell it. Probably not many people, but yeah, that's true. Let's look at it. Okay. Yeah, some games try to do like weird spelling like that. I feel like all the Neptunia games have a weird name. I don't know if you think about it. Oh, speaking of Neptunia, Senran Kagura X Neptunia Ninja Wars came out, I think. Or is it going to come out or something? I'm interested in that game, but I'm not gonna buy it now. I don't have money for that. Okay. Supplies, right? No, I already bought some last level. Missed that until now. I thought it was MediEvil. No, we're not talking about evil medicine. We are not evil doctors, despite what some of the NPCs may lead you to believe. Okay, well, that was a short level. Go get my chalice and get out of here. This almost feels like a useless level. Like they just put this here so you could actually get the what's the name of it? The chalice. Because they made a certain amount of chalice, but not a certain amount of levels. Okay. Let's see. Oh, don't forget, everybody, tomorrow on the Discord server, we're watching Ring. Or, as it's more commonly known for people, Ringu. The Japanese way of saying Ring, because it's the Japanese version of the Ring, you know. Okay, but we're doing that tomorrow. I don't know what time specifically, but probably sometime around, like, nighttime. Makes sense to... That's a logical time to watch a spooky movie. You forgot already. Well, there's my reminder for you. Okay, can we get something good this time, game? I don't want another freaking thing. Thing of gold. I want a weapon. I want an upgrade to a weapon. I want something. Okay. Let's see. Not the lady. Is it the centaur again? It's not the centaur again. Okay, never mind. You? Yes, it's you.
Hey, Danny man, how's that sword bearing up? I told you it was magic, right? I've got something here I can give you, but I've no idea what it is. Do you fancy your chances, like?
Sure. I can use that. That's a lot more useful than gold, because that's actually health. You guys see how fast my freaking health drains in this freaking game. Okay. Let's get out of here. Save again. And going to the semi-last level? Semi-last level. So the thing with those, I realize now what the gimmick was here. Yes, well, I would like to save my progress. Yes. And over here. So the gimmick with this level here is that because all of the enemies had a magic shield on them, you would only be able to defeat them if you have a magic weapon up until this point. So it's kind of like a checkpoint to see how many chalices you have. Because if you don't have enough chalices to have unlocked the magic sword or the magic bow, actually I think you get the sword first, you wouldn't be able to get the chalice here. It's a checkpoint. That's interesting. Okay, now I actually see it. The time device. This is the level that I remember giving me a hard time. Now, is it going to be as bad as the ghost ship? Probably not. But I guess we're going to find out. Yeah, the time device. Oh, damn, that's a very big fall. Are you going to be alright, Chief? Oh, okay, there's cobwebs to hold you off. Game's gonna have a weird finale, isn't it? I don't think it's that weird. I'm pretty sure it's the actual final boss and the ending is more or less what you would expect. But we are now here in the time device. I'm not gonna run in here. This is a pretty steep looking thing. Also, the music in here is kind of funky. Here's a clock. Here's a brain. Can I do anything with this clock, or am I like... Alright, you know, fine. I'll aim at them with like something else. I cannot. Okay, never mind. The clocks are invincible. By time device, it means B1 of the Great Decoratrice. Okay. Well, let's see. We're dealing with comrades again. That's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, everything's dying very quickly here. Alright. There's a lot of platforming I'm seeing here, though. That's what I don't like. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. There's a silver shield, I can use that. Don't have to use my gold shield. Oh, I see, this is where Entropy invades from other games from his own amusement, yes. Okay. Okay, yeah, the clocks are just decoration. Can I get up there? I can. Okay. There's a reason for me to get up here. Oh, I can change the time. Let's make it midnight. Oh, you. I didn't actually talk to you.
Using a dark magic called science.
Fair enough. In the Middle Ages, science would be dark sorcery.
Time. The innards of this chronograph are fiendishly complicated. Keep your eye on the flying timepieces and get ready to reset the hands of the master time clock.
Okay, let me read that again because I was making a joke and I didn't pay attention. The time device based on the mechanical measurement of time. The innards of this chronograph are fiendishly complicated. Keep your eye on the flying timeless and get ready to reset the hands of the master time clock. So we need to reset the time to something that the game is not telling me about. Oh, there it is. You want it to be 1:25 or 13:25, whatever. We are in Europe. I guess we can use military time. 13:25. Okay, hold on. Can I? The real challenge here is getting up there. Okay. Alright, 1. 25. There we go. Now what about this over here? Oh, I can get up there too. Well, but let's just go down here. Right? Oh, I can use that. How do I... nope, that's not how you do it. I can go over here. Get some health. Okay. Hey, Brian, welcome to the stream. Hey, can I get one of those breakfast plates you had? Yeah, they can have shared a pancake thing that they had today. That was looking quite delicious, honestly. But today I had some good food of my own. I had Costco pizza, which is pretty good. Which, for the price and the variety, it's pretty good pizza. And then I also had pupusas. Which, if you guys have never had pupusas, it is a Salvadorian dish. And it is quite delicious. Okay. Alright, get over here. I probably don't need to. Okay. Pupusas are an elite meal, absolutely. Okay, you want it to be $3.25 now. I can do that. Okay. Boom. Oh, the things are based after all the zodiac signs, I just realized. Let's... Do I know my zodiac signs? Not really. I think this is Libra. I'm Libra, so I should know. But, Pisces? Or maybe... No, maybe it is Aquarius, and this is Pisces. Aries. Taurus. Gemini? Probably Cancer? Or... Huh. I forgot you said capuses. No. No, I don't know. I said papooses, not capuses. I said... What? No, yes, that's... The word ISIS is fine. Twitch? Jeez. I actually know somebody who named their child ISIS. Bad name for a child, but I mean, that confirms that that can be an actual name for that regular person. Not someone from Muslim descent or anything, just a person called ISIS. Okay, he's an Egyptian goddess first and foremost in my book. Yes. So see, there are multiple ISISes out there. It's not just the bad people. Okay. I don't like that. Okay. It is the name of the main organization in the show, Archer, in my book. That works too. This level is really weird. Yeah, it's one of those levels. You know, every once in a while you get one of those levels in the game. Okay. I'm just gonna use my shield to defend against all this stuff. Okay. Now what do you want me to do here? Ow! Want to do a fucking Grinch maneuver? Camera, where are you going? Oh, okay, that's what that does. Well, there's the chalice, but I don't need the chalice right... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where's this lead? Oh, no, never mind. I thought it led back... Oh, I see what I wanted to do. Can I hit that from a distance? With that. Okay, hold on. Line it up. Game, that's not fair. You pushed me off. What was I supposed to do? How was I supposed to know was going to do that? Okay. So it does turn that off, but I don't see how I can actually use that. Or maybe it wants me to do something in here? Oh, I get it. Okay, that makes more sense. Fine, game, play by your freaking rules. I mean, you ever played a Mario game? Of course the pipes are war points. I mean, fine, fair enough, I'll give you that one. Those rolling clocks remind me of the rolling circular things in Crash Bandicoot 1. Ah yeah, the Rolling Stones. Not to be confused with the band, but that is what the things are called. Okay. Oh, this thing is actually locked behind a thing. How do I break that? Oh, I'm gonna have to figure that out eventually. Okay. You need some time stop yarn to proceed. Yes. It's been a while since I played A Hat in Time. I mean, I don't necessarily intend on replaying A Hat in Time soon, but it is a fun game. I probably will replay that game at some point. Get off. Okay, so what's this have to say about the situation? This metal keep houses the magical chariot that Zarok called his train. The path it runs along leads eventually to Zarok's lair. However, your route is blocked by gates controlled at various way stations. Travel to this on the train, open the gates, and head for the lair. Okay. Well, I can go in there. I'm gonna have to go back here for the thing anyways. Well, there's an actual train. A clock level and a train level? This ought to be good. Let's see. Okay, well this is clearly something. I probably come out of there. That's the exit. And this is... I can go over here. Hey, I know what you want me to do. Okay, well let's see. Guess I'll maybe I got to push this? Yes, I do. Okay. Now let's get on the choo-choo train. It is actually a choo-choo train. Okay. And we are now over here. Surrounded by comrades. Okay. I have enough health to not have to worry about these people shooting me anymore. Okay. Alright. I don't need to buy any supplies. So we can just grab the moon rune and get out of here. Yes? Anything else? Anything hiding? Doesn't look like it. Okay, get on the choo-choo train again. Did it just go backwards? It just goes backwards, okay. The trampolines are like the one thing that don't belong to this level. They look like they're made out of brains. Then again, this is a really weird level. So I guess it kind of makes sense. When you look at it a weird certain way. Okay. How do I push this thing? Oh, probably from over... Hey! Any more? Yes. Just one more. That's all I need. Yeah, fine. I'll let you guys just hang out over there. Okay, this level is not nearly as bad as I remember. Maybe... You know what? You know what it is? Maybe it's because at this... When I was first playing this game, at this point I just wanted to get it over with. Because I was getting frustrated with all the other parts of the game. But, you know, now that I'm looking at this with a bit more patience, not that bad. It's actually kind of fun. It'll probably show up when you come back. Probably. Okay, the chalice can now be collected. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna kill these guys. Okay, well I did something. Oh, there's the exit. Now of it. Get off! Jeez! Okay. Clocks and trains. This reminds me of Zelda Spirit Tracks, one of the few 2D Zelda games. 2DS Zelda games, yeah. One of the few Zeldas I've never tried. I've seen... I know a lot of people have very mixed opinions about Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass. Because, like, they're based in the Wind Waker universe, but, like, also not really. And they're not very good. From what I hear. I mean, I might be I don't have a strong opinion because I haven't played those games, and generally speaking, I have very little experience with Zelda. But I mean, I'm open. I'll try anything as long as it's Honestly, I can't complain about trying out games if I'm doing it through like a freaking emulator. Like that's. If I got the game for free, illegally, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this game sucks. No, it's just, I mean, if I don't like it, I just won't talk about it. That's really the main takeaway there, I guess. Okay, anyways, we need to get the chalice, and I also need to go back and get... Actually, let me do that first. Let me get that thing down here. Because clearly I need... Oh, there it is. Oh, so we just turned the whole thing off. That makes... Alright, you want me to set the time to 1:25 AM, PM? Doesn't really matter what it says. Okay. The minute hand can stay right where it is. I just need to turn the clock hand. I mean the hour hand. There we go. It was alright with the setting, sorta. The fairy was annoying. It's the controls that I hated. Yeah. That sounds about right. There we go. Look at how many freaking things we have. Are we missing any? Because it looks like the game should have enough for you to like just fill the whole thing up to the brim. But maybe not. Alright, we need to set this one up to 3, so it will actually let us... I need to do that. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Go. Okay, just one more place that we have to go into. Okay, well, shield's gone. That's okay. Still have some of this. What's cool about Spirit Tracks is that your fairy companion is Zelda's spirit, so she's actually with you as a companion for the whole game and does help with the puzzles. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I wish Zelda was playable in, like, properly playable in some Zelda game, which is not. Do I have to break this with this? Or what do you want me to do, game? Maybe I have to rewire this a weird way. Also, I can't help but notice that thing over there. Hold on a second. Game, are you trying to make me do a thing here? That's not what I meant to do. I meant to jump. That doesn't... Hold on, I'm gonna give it one more shot, but I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do to get up there. Oh! Oh, it just takes you there. Okay, that makes more sense. Alright. Yeah, the triangle moves. Great. Now let's, what do I have to do here? I mean, okay. I think the way it was before, it was like this? And then like that? Ow. Okay. Well, we got that. Now we just need to figure out how to get in there. Maybe? Will that do anything? Okay. Set that up over there. Set this one up over here. Okay. No, that doesn't really work. You technically get to tell Zelda Spirit how to solve puzzles, so it's kind of playing as her. Yeah, I guess that works out. Now, speaking of puzzles, I need to, figure this out. Can I push it? No. Can I... Well, it goes pretty deep. I can't break it with the hammer, we've confirmed that. If I organize it like that... Let me see something. No, that doesn't work. I feel like this has to stay connected to it somehow. Okay. Can Dan's arm clip through the geometry and grab items? I don't think it can, but we can give it a shot. It actually does clip through the geometry, but it just doesn't grab anything. No, this isn't the solution. Hold on. So the energy is coming from this generators here on the side, right? So if both sides are working, then I need to reroute this. Maybe if I make a circle. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay. A war for me. Okay, we got it. I don't know how that makes sense, but I'm not gonna complain about it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, but whatever. I got the chalice. It's all I need. It's all I came here for. So now we can get out of here. Move on to what might actually be the final level now. Hopefully, I like this game, but I'm about ready to finish it now too. Okay, and let's set the thing so that it faces the right way. One more. There we go. And let's get out of here. What number of stream is this one? This is the 5th MediEvil stream. I was going to make the last one, the previous one, the last one, but that didn't work out, so that was not the last one. Okay, I believe this is our 20th chalice, so that makes sense for it to be the last one too.
You prove us all wrong. Maybe it is destined to be a hero. Maybe it can defeat Zarok. The people of Gallowmere may never know of your past mistakes, and you will indeed be remembered as the people's hero. Your time in exile is over. Welcome to your new home, Sir Daniel Fortescue.
I can't believe we actually got congratulated by the thing, but I guess, yeah, there it is. It's no longer transparent. There it is. That's actually kind of nice. That's the second nicest any gargoyle's ever been to us. Besides that one in the castle that was like weirdly nice to us for no reason. Well, don't have it just yet, goat face man. Okay, what is our final reward? Let's see.
Daniel, thank goodness you're still safe. I have a gift I can give to you, but sadly, I can't say how useful you will find it.
I mean, I'll take it. Oh. Oh. Fine. Fine. Okay. Sure. Sure. That's I'm fine with that. I'm not complaining. Why, you think I'm mad? No, I'm not mad. I'm fine. I'm great. Awesome. How you guys doing today? I'm the happiest man alive. Jesus fucking Christ. Couldn't ask for a better fucking gift. It's just health files. It's not even like a thing. Not even like a thing. It's just a. Alright. Whatever. Man, stupid thing. I could have actually skipped like the last two. Imagine locking a full health refill behind 100% completion. Alright, whatever. Zarok's lair, let's go. The gargoyle congratulating us was nicer than the actual final gift. That goofy face in that train. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Here's our supplier.
We never thought you'd get this far. Your final encounter with Zarok awaits beyond this point. He has surrounded himself with his unnatural bodyguards, but you may yet even the odds by calling upon the lost souls collected within your chalice. Place the chalice on the shield at the heart of the arena. Good luck, Sir Daniel Fortescue.
Yeah, the gargoyles are actually being nice to us. That feels weird. Okay, let's recharge the shield. Broadsword to a wine. I'm about to go into the final area. We might as well just go to town. Refill everything. It's not like I'm low on cash. Okay, and just so I don't have to do that again, I'm gonna put a save state right here. Alright, there it is. Final boss time, everybody. Quiet. Okay. I remember this final boss was a pain in the ass. So let's see if it still is, or if I've gotten better at it. Oh. Good lightning. Hello? What? Is this like... Is it like the other lightning, but like infinite? I mean, I'll take it. Anything else around here that I gotta be aware of before we go in there? The old lightning was trash, here's the real deal. They should rename the old lightning into Bat Lightning after you get that. Unless they just misspelled God Lightning. I wouldn't think so, but we'll see. Oh, there he is.
Sir Fortescue, my old nemesis, so we meet again. I see that a century spent as worm food has done nothing to diminish your naive obsession with the freedom of Gallowmere.
Here's a bunch of soldiers. Okay. Let's just beat them up. Are we expect to take this goggly-eyed goober seriously? I don't think we are.
Attack, my warriors. I want the dogs gnawing marrow from those bones within the hour. Ah! What is that, Fortescue? Your lucky cup?
This is the chalice. I collected all of them. Oh, we got our own. Oh, we got our own skeleton warriors. Oh.
For the honor of Gallowmere!
Oh, hold on. Am I on number for this? I don't know, but don't have time to find out right now. Oh, I get this heals. This heals the warriors with our own health. Okay, well, I guess we can just kind of keep doing that. I mean, I guess that kind of works. That's a weird final area, but okay, sure, why not? We got the dude squad ready. Yeah, let's How long do I have to keep doing this for? I can't hit this guy, can I? No, I can't. I literally can only aim at the skeletons. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of like a callback to the actual battle that Sir Fortescue did. But trying to keep his army alive. I mean, he wasn't really trying to keep his army alive, but he did have an army, technically speaking. Okay. How long do I do this for? Oh, okay, they're moving on. Okay, there. Yeah, you guys need some health. Kind of. Awesome. Battle's over. Did we win the game?
This battle is ours! We are free from the tyranny of Zarok!
Can y'all speak in unison, please? We freed the souls. Also, seizure warning, yes. Yeah, so every single warrior is going to become a health vial now so we can heal again. And we got the happy skeletons, yeah. These are not spooky, scary skeletons, these are just cheerful, happy skeletons. Is that last guy not gonna give me too much because he was in red health? No, he still gives me a proper health vial. Okay.
You always were fortunate in battle, Fortescue. Let us see how you fare against my champion, the late Lord Cardok. He eats people like you as calcium supplement.
Oh, does he now? Well, I got lightning for him too. It's a finite amount and I'm gonna use it. That creature right there. Okay, hold on. There we go. Hit one more. Nope, this doesn't work against him. Okay, let's get the other lightning then. Okay. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's got a baseball. So I believe the way this battle worked originally, and the reason it gave me so much trouble the first time, is because if you don't heal your skeletons properly, you will have to fight the other skeletons on your own, and they have a lot of health. So okay. I'm not expecting him to have a laser gun, but there he is. Okay. Okay, there. My lightning is done. Cannot use that anymore, but I can use this thing. I guess just stay away from him. Okay. Nope. Hold on. That's pretty... That's not that bad. We do have exploding arrows once I'm done with this one. Yeah, so definitely the difficulty of this battle will depend entirely on how well you do with the skeletons. Because that'll determine how many resources you have after this, how much health you have after it, and all of that stuff. So far, it is actually pretty easy. It's kind of how the pirate captain should have fought. Yeah.
Bugger. Right then, that's it. I've just about had enough of your meddling.
Are you coming down yourself, Zarok?
Where is that spell? Ah, yes.
You can't say that on UK TV.
Not that spell. Oh. Oh, not right now.
What is he doing up there?
Aha! Now I have it.
Oh, I think I know what's coming. There it is. I distinctly remember this thing from the intro of MediEvil 2. I think it's disgusting looking.
None shall defeat the mighty Zarok. So prepare to die, Fortescue.
This would have been a good moment to mess around the buttons. I figured. Problem is that a lot of my buttons are just like voices instead of actual sound effects. Okay, so what do I do with you? I can't hit you while you're in that position. But... Okay, let's see. Looks like Daffy Duck after Bugs Bunny withdrew him. Okay, not that, Dan. Not that. There you go, that thing. Okay, so I can only hit him when he's, Ow. I can only hit him when he's, trying to attack me. Okay, note to self, you can actually hit yourself with your own explosions. At least I think that's what's happening. Okay. We might as well get some use out of our other weapons while we're here. Yeah, okay. Sure, why not? This? Okay. It does do a lot of damage, so I have to be careful with that. But I do a lot of damage too. Okay. It just kind of moves very jittery. Okay, are you gonna stop doing that for a minute? Are you gonna do an attack where you're vulnerable for once, Mr. Sarok? Kinda need to get this over with. Okay, using the shield is kind of difficult because it forces you into that shield charge as you're running around. That's not ideal. Oh, hi. He looks like a Nightmare Before Christmas monster, and now he kind of looks like one too. Okay, ow. You stop burning. Okay. Staccato flutes and clarinets is not what I had in mind for the final boss music, yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm out of my good arrows. Let's get our, I must know. Does the chicken work against him? I wouldn't think so. But we won't know until we try. Imagine if you can just jeopardize the entire final boss fight by just throwing a chicken at him. It doesn't work. Okay. Good to know. Okay. Now, it might actually be easier to just use a ranged weaponry here. Okay. This is... he looks a lot more threatening than he actually... like, his behavior is a lot more threatening than it actually... appears a lot more threatening than it actually is. But, oh, never mind. Okay. You know what? You know what? I think I got an idea. Ow. Yeah, it's taking off quite a bit of health, but, let's see. As long as you're running circle around him, as long as you play a scout match, you'll be alright. There it is. Never mind, I wasn't able to do it. I wanted to switch to the arm, I didn't realize I was doing so much damage with the arrows.
I am finally defeated. Yet if I am to fail, then all shall perish. You are doomed, Fortescue. You will never leave this domain.
I appreciate the puck champs and chat. And that would have been a great joke ending, just... well, that's a joke ending. Run, Daniel, run! Now we got a CGI cutscene as our reward. There. I didn't know there were gargoyles flying around, but okay. That's a really big explosion. Dude, guys, don't look at explosions! Yay! That's how you know Daniel's a cool guy. Okay, that explosion's still going. Never mind. I didn't realize it was that long. It was a load-bearing boss. Okay, well, there's all the souls returning to the living. I didn't know Umbrella was part of the medieval universe. That's a vulture. Please do not eat. Alright, vultures do eat dead people, don't they? Oh, they're not trying to kill each other anymore. And Daniel has to be returned to his crypt. That is where he belongs. He will now return to sleep. Ah, horrible. You can really tell this is like some 90s ass CGI. Like, I'm sure in the day, back in the day, this looked pretty impressive, but today it just looks so weird. There it is, he just retracts his eye into his skull. That's how he goes to sleep. The humans were less monsters as monsters. I don't know if we get this only because we completed the challenge and not... I don't know if this game has multiple endings, but I don't think it does. But if it did, then this is our reward. I mean, that's kind of neat. Meanwhile, in Valhalla. It might as well be Valhalla. Also, why are you still a skeleton? Why does everybody else get to keep their skin and bones? All of a sudden, this looks like... There was a distinct lack of music with that backflip there, Mr. Fortescue. Sorry, you can't drink. The way those arms move is not natural. Okay, so note to self, England is very high up in the planet. Okay. The end. LOL. Awesome. And there he is. I mean, Mr. Don Fortescue and the little worm that we only got to meet in like 2 cutscenes. That's a generic looking Frankenstein zombie. There's Xerox Castle. Chris Zorrell, that's the director of this game. Ash! Hey, chefs, welcome to the stream. As you can see on the screen, we're done. With the game, at least. I'm still gonna do a little bit of post-stream chatting, but... with the fitted Zarok, the evil has been sealed away, so Fortescue can return to his peaceful slumber and enjoy... well, not really enjoy wine at the Hall of Heroes, because he's still a skeleton for some reason, but hey. Just come with the... I mean... The time zones, I don't know if you're in the Pacific time. If you are, that would explain it. Because I am in Eastern time. That's a 3-hour difference for you and me. But, obviously, the stream archives are always available on YouTube if you ever want to go back to them. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't actually, I like to have the stream archives available, but I'm pretty sure most people don't actually go back and watch the archives. Because, you know, a lot of the appeal of a live stream is to, you know, see it live, and you don't really get that with the archive anymore. You get the game if that's really what you're going for, and I mean I've watched a couple of archives myself, but I understand why a lot of people wouldn't do that. Okay, and that actually kind of ties into something I want to talk about later. You're in purgatory time, endless, yes. I went back and watched the Sly Cooper archives one while I played FIFA, I think. I've done that before. I watch an archive, and then play a game, and then do so while playing a game with either low volume or no volume. I don't really do that too much anymore because I feel like that's a sensory overload. Trying to your brain's trying to focus on too many things at the same time, and I feel like on the long term that's unhealthy. But watch them if you've missed them. Well, I appreciate that. It's actually, that's a big part of why I like using YouTube as well as Twitch. That way I don't have to worry about going through the process of archiving manually. What? Okay, well, that's an apple. One of these things was not like the other. Alright. Do we get anything after the credits, or are we just good? Well, let's see if anything changes here. Just to have some stuff in the background. Also, it's in the middle of the night and I didn't want to feel alone. You don't want to be alone in the dark. That's a game. Okay. Can't prove that Dan wasn't winking at you in that last picture. Fair enough. Yeah, you make a point there. I don't think he can move the muscles on his eyes that much. Okay, well, we're done here. So let's go ahead and switch back to the browsing screen. And obviously, first thing I gotta do is put the music back on. Okay, now on Twitch, let's do that. And then over here, I need to switch the actual stream on Trovo to a chit chat. That's what they like us to do in the Trovo facility. No longer retro, you are now chit chat. Where are you? That's up here. Okay, fine, I'll put myself. There you go. Okay, both Trovo and Twitch now run fine. So what's your Halloween schedule looking like? Well, if you're asking what I'm doing on Halloween, the answer is I'm working on Halloween. That's what I'm doing on Halloween. But let me move this over here. I can actually close this now. Move this over here. And this. Okay. Browse. Okay. Good stream. Glad it wasn't annoying towards the end as you were foreshadowed. Yeah, I guess it was. I was more of the one level that I completely forgot about was the one level that ended up being the most annoying. I was more asking whether you had to work morning or night. On Halloween, I am working afternoon. So like from noon to around 8 p.m. I don't really have any plans for Halloween. No streaming plans, and we're gonna watch a movie tomorrow, but I guess technically if nobody else is doing anything on Halloween night, I could like grab another movie and we can watch that, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Probably not gonna happen. Anyways, let me grab some water, because I'm gonna need it. We're about to go into the actual bit where I talk a lot. Absolutely gonna need some extra water here. Okay. You're gonna stream either Resident Evil 1 or Fate 3. Well, absolutely, I will tune into either of those. I am very excited for your streaming of Resident Evil 1 because I freaking love that game. Even the original, not just the remake. And Fate 3 seems like a very interesting, fascinating project. Which I'm sure can be said about the rest of the Fate series. By the way, we're speaking Faith, F-A-I-T-H, not Fate, F-A-T-E. That is also a fascinating series, but for very different reasons. Okay, so it's actually fitting that we're here in Backloggery, because we have a little bit of a thing that I need to address. So pretty much, I'm pretty sure everybody in chat right now, except for maybe one person, is aware of what I did today, and that was a trade-in. I traded some stuff in, some of my physical games, and by some, I mean I traded in fucking everything. No, not everything. I traded in, let me see if I can go down the list. My entire physical PlayStation 3 collection. So every game that you've seen on Backloggery before with a photograph on the screen, that's gone now. Every single PlayStation 4 game that I own that is not a console exclusive. I actually haven't finished this collection over here, so we could probably do that still, but yeah. The 2 physical PS2 games that I still had, Klonoa 2 and Tales of the Abyss, traded those in. What little I had on my Xbox 360, Lost Odyssey, and then some other games that I already had as well. And also my 3DS collection. And my 2DS itself. And my PS2. And my Xbox 360. Now the reason I did that is primarily because I need money. And I think I have mentioned that I'm going to Colombia at the end of the year. Now, of course, going to a different country costs a lot of money because of the plane ticket. And that's, you know, yeah. Okay. So I won't know until the night when I catch it. We are still aren't 100% sure if it'll be on Halloween, Fate 3. So we won't know till the night it's actually... Until the night of Halloween to know if you're gonna stream Fate 3. That's fair enough. Then you say you were gonna talk about turning into your physical games on stream. Turning into my physical games. Oh, you mean just like the Backloggery collection? I mean, we've been doing that. And I still have the photos on my computer, so I can still show you guys. It just technically doesn't count as me actually owning the games anymore. But I still have access to the games. That's what I really care about. I still have access to the games either through an emulator, through PC ports, or just straight up fucking piracy. I'm not even gonna try to hide it. But I've already owned the games in some capacity before. I don't really care about it anymore. It's just the money is not going to the developers. The money is now going to just the publishers. And I don't care about supporting publishers. I care about supporting developers. Okay. And did you photograph every one of your games ahead of time just for Backloggery? I mean, I actually... So whenever I add a physical game to my Backloggery collection, I make sure to take a picture of it so that you guys know that I actually have the game. So I'm not just talking out of my ass. So I still have the pictures of the games we haven't added yet on my PS4, but a lot of them are no longer there. Actually, what was the last game we added? Tales of Berseria? Yeah, these 3 are gone right here. All 3 of them. Okay. Are you trading in your PSP collection by any chance? I already traded in my PSP collection, but that's for a different reason. That was way earlier, and it's because my PSP no longer reads UMD discs. Which means that because of that, I couldn't trade my actual PSP in. But I still have it, and I just put games in it. You can still, if you get an SD card, and you put games into the SD card, you can just do that. You don't have to do anything weird and fancy. Yeah, I am going to Colombia. That is indeed what I'm doing. The end of the year, I'm gonna see my family. I haven't seen most of my family in at least 10 years. It's been a minute. I missed them. Yeah. Okay, by the way, if you want to swap your background or you consider the Guild of Homies' latest upload, I will, actually. Yeah, it's, some spooky sounds? Yes, I will take some spooky sounds, please, and thank you. Haunted crypt sounds. Yeah, that's perfect for the season. Okay, when are you trading in your stuff? I did today. Like before I had to go visit and get to know my family in Mexico and then go see my family in Guatemala again, yes. Visiting family not overseas, on other countries is an expensive but important endeavor. Okay. So yeah, that's what I did today. I got a hefty amount of cash out of it because it wasn't freaking GameStop. I'm not gonna trade that stuff into GameStop. Are you crazy? The last time I traded in at GameStop, I traded something I should have gotten at least like $10 for it. Got less than $1. Bullshit. I hate GameStop as a business. I don't hate the people that work at GameStop, you know, like the employees, because they're just doing the job, but the business. Oh, fuck the business. I'm so glad. Yeah, don't go to game. If you're trading stuff in, look for a local game store in your area, like a locally owned, not a brand, or sell your games on eBay very slowly, but you'll do it anyways. Okay. So glad you didn't go to get. Yeah, are you moving to visit or to live for a while? No, I'm just visiting. I'm coming back a few weeks afterwards. I am not living back. I'm not going to go back to live in Colombia. Even my mom was actually considering to go back to live in Colombia after retirement, but now that no longer seems like a good idea. It's my country, and you know, there is stuff that I like about my country, but ultimately speaking, I do have to admit Colombia's kind of fucked. I mean, I can't really hide it that well. Country's kind of fucked right now. Been for a long time, and now it's even worse. Okay. I'm tired of the GameStop trading stuff. It's a fucking company business. Of course you're not gonna get money you want. It's not rocket science. So GameStop won't give you $50 for your scratch of Xbox 360 games. It's stupid. I mean, I understand that GameStop is not gonna give you as much. That I understand, but it's the amount that they actually give you as compared to what a locally owned business will give you. That's where the difference lies, because if I trade in, like, say, what's an example, like the infamous collection on PS3. Pretty sure I got, like, somewhere like $10-ish for that when I traded it in. Maybe, yeah, something along those lines. GameStop would probably give me like $3 maximum. So yeah, it's still, when you look, it's still business. Because GameStop is not doing a good enough job. If not giving you the best offer, then you as a customer have the right to not take their shit and go to a better business. So it's still competition. Still fair and square. And if there's enough people complaining about your business not being good enough, that's where that lies too. So in the news, a major drug lord was arrested, but I have a feeling that's unrelated to what you have in mind. No, now Colombia, even with drug lords getting arrested, that's just one problem in Colombia. There's a lot of other stuff going on in the country that this is not the right stream to get into, and I'm not the right person to tell you everything, because I don't actually live in Colombia anymore. So I don't have first-hand experience with what has happened in the country in the past, like, 13 years. But I do know it's, you know, from what my family tells me, it's you don't want to live there right now. And people that have come to the United States and then gone back to Colombia to live, you know, thinking that they're gonna be happier again over there, then they come back here. Because they're like, no, it's not good down there. If you manage to get out of Colombia, don't come back. Unless, maybe unless you have you're in a particularly good spot. You know, if you actually belong to a wealthy family, or you are wealthy yourself, and you can live in a, you know, in a nice area in Colombia, that's fine. And for visiting Colombia, yeah, it's fine. So long as you don't tell them that you're I mean, it depends on what you look like. If you look Hispanic, you'll be fine. If you don't look Hispanic, try not to make it obvious, is all I can say. I was going to Colombia to bring back products for me that I needed to distribute here in the area. It's like, no, hey, no, stop that. Okay. Anyways, so enough about the trip to Colombia. Colombia itself is irrelevant. It's my family that I'm more interested in. It's particularly my sister. My sister actually talked to me she texted me this week asking me about how much film school costs here where I live. I had to give her the right answer, the actual correct answer. That is very expensive. Very fucking expensive. I don't actually, and this might sound like a bad thing to advertise, but hear me out. I don't recommend going to college in the United States. If you live out of the country and you're thinking of coming here to go to college, don't. Just don't. Alright? If you can afford it in your country, go ahead and do it, because most countries will probably be cheaper. And if what you're going for is something that doesn't really need a college degree, like if you're not doing business or a very financial oriented degree, if you're more of a creative degree like film school or game design or art, anything like that, your portfolio, your resume is so much more important than your degree. They don't give a shit what degree you have. They don't care what college you went to. That's not important to the people hiring you. They care what you can do, what you can. They care about what you know how to do. They care if you've done it, and they care to see, like, you know, your skills. They care not what you learned at what school. If you have the degree to show that you went to that school, because they know that a lot of schools waste your time with like the basic high school classes, doing that all over again. They know that they waste your time with not teaching you the right things that you could probably learn online for free or very cheap. And generally speaking, they don't care what you saw in your class at school if they can't confirm that you are able to apply what you learned in the actual field. That's what matters. You want to be a game designer? Don't go to school for it. Go to YouTube, go online, whatever. Learn some Unity, learn some Godot, learn some Unreal, whatever engine you want to use, and just start learning how it works. Start learning the process. Start learning what you want. Make a very, very, very basic game like Flappy Bird. Make Flappy Bird. Make like a, I don't know, something that's extremely basic. And then from there you can kind of start getting how it works. You can build your way up, and eventually you might have enough experience to get hired at like a small indie studio, or you can make your own small little game. And as you keep going up the ladder there, you can maybe one day in several years you'll be able to make that dream game that you want to make. But it's gonna take a lot of time, and it's not gonna come from college. You're not going from 4 years of college into like Nintendo to make the next Mario game. It's not gonna happen. Sorry to break to you, it's not gonna happen. It is not going to happen. Reality check. Okay, let me catch up with you. Yeah, I was about to say that it's the people you're visiting, not the place. The same reason I'm going to Mexico for my family. Had a few people question why I plan to go, since has the cartel reputation. Yeah, Mexico has a bit of a reputation with that, unfortunately. But again, beautiful country. My mom has actually been to Mexico, and she said she loved going there. And I would like to visit one day, but of course, visiting for, you know, vacation and living there, two completely different fields. It's not an uncommon sentiment. Even people that need their degrees, like doctors, tend to take their classes abroad. Yeah. One of my professors was talking with some guys from a local dealership, and the first thing they asked was, can they pass a drug test and do they show up on time? Yeah, I gave up on college after they would not let me take anything else without having to retake geology. I was a film major, by the way. Yeah, see, college does that. It forces you to take those stupid classes so that they can charge you for it. You know, remember, you gotta understand, college is also a business. It's a business for the people running the college. They make a lot of fucking money out of it. Student loan campaigns, all that, they make a lot of money out of it. They need to find ways to make money, and when money is involved, humanity goes out the window. Morality goes out the window. Hard fucking lesson, but that is true. Okay, but yeah, why the hell do I have to take a damn course about the stupid rocks? Yeah, that's... Even if it was geography, maybe I would understand a little bit, but even then, that doesn't make sense. For creative fields, that is indeed what I learned. The priorities are connections, then portfolio, then degree. Yeah, college might help you with connections, because you get to meet people that are trying to do the same thing you're doing. But that's not worth the admission price. You don't pay, what, fucking like $50,000 a year, depending on what you're studying and where you're going, to meet some people. No, that's what the internet is for. You can completely skip college by the sentence. That's what the internet is for. College was invented way before the internet was a widely available tool. It is now a widely available tool. Most people in first world countries and even a lot of people in third world countries have access to the internet. You can learn whatever you want. Just learn English, because that is the main... Yeah, that's the number one priority. If you don't already know English, learn some English. Because a lot of tutorials out there, a lot of what is being taught is in English. You're gonna want to have that on your belt. And guess what? You can learn English through the internet with whatever language you speak. You speak Spanish, English classes. You speak Japanese, English classes. Chinese, English classes. Whatever make... Oh, this is like very like native, tiny language spoken by just a couple of thousand people in like a region of like an African country or something. Then you might have a hard time. But even then, I feel like you can probably get away with something. Okay. Now, everyone knows all film students are doomed to one day shoot on location at a volcano. This is crucial knowledge. Okay. As a university game design student, there is very important things to learn that aren't related to game design that are still necessary for the industry. Most is teamwork, documentation, and networking. Yes. And again, you will still learn that even outside of college if you actually get in a project, a small project, just a prototype project. You will learn the importance of these things that you didn't think about before, but then you do it and it's like, oh, I get it now. You can also ignore the bullshit classes or just focus on your major classes. Get a certificate of achievement, then turn it into a degree later on. Yes. Speak Swedish? Play Final Fantasy. Kill your two birds with one stone as you learn English and Japanese. Must be able to learn Klingon too. This is not negotiable. Yes, I recommend accelerated degree programs from college universities. They don't give courses that aren't needed for degrees. I'll be getting my bachelor degree in 2.5 years compared to 4 years. That works too. Obviously, this all the criticisms I'm giving right now don't apply as strongly to countries where college is either free or very affordable. So like in France, it's like pretty sure it's either free or you might be paying like a couple of $100, like just a couple of like maybe $400-ish for a semester, which, you know, across 4 years that will add to a few thousands. But I mean, like what, $4,000, $5,000 for a full-fledged degree? Yeah, that sounds a lot more reasonable. Still, it's expensive, but you know, you can kind of work that out. You can make $400 to save for your college in the span of like 3 months that it takes to get through a semester, or 2.5 months, whatever, however long it is. That's more reasonable. Several $1,000s in that same amount of time for somebody who can barely just afford a part-time job. That's not the same. Okay, you can get started on that kind of team building working experience by being active in game jams. Yes, there's also that thing. A lot of creative fields have those events, like games have game jams. I don't know what the equivalent is on film school, but I'm sure there are like film fairs, something like that, where like local people can get together and like, hey, so like here's a project that I kind of want to do. I need a couple of volunteers, or maybe you can just get with some friends and make like a short movie. It should just be like a basic movie that you make for YouTube or whatever, but like it's something. So it's something you can show that you at least understand a little bit of film. If you're writing, there's plenty of stuff for writing. Art, you can... The internet now lets you share your art with hundreds and thousands of people, so you can start building up your portfolio. And hell, people probably upload art, you know, regularly on Twitter or Pixiv, and then like professional companies see that, like, hey, you're a pretty good artist, you want to work for us? Sure, there you go. That's how you can start getting jobs and that stuff as well. Anyways, college was not what I actually wanted to talk about. I just mentioned my sister. Yeah, she said that she's looking for college in the area, so I gave her the truth. Now, I'm not sure if she's gonna... If that's a guaranteed 100% that she's gonna come live here where I live eventually, or if she was just kind of asking to see if she might want to live here or she might want to stay over there. Now, admittedly, she lives in a very, very, very small area. It's not that there's barely a school, not a college, just a single school where she lives, and they're probably not gonna teach her what she wants. So, yeah. Okay. Well, I think we all had some on that subject we wanted to get off our chest. Yes. Heated topics like that, absolutely. We'll get you to start talking. Okay. Anyways. So earlier in the stream I mentioned about trade-ins, as you can see here from Backloggery, that we just gonna have up here the whole time. So I'm gonna go ahead and discuss a part of why I did that. So again, I did mention that I wanted it for money. But another part is because I'm more interested in this game's being playable in modern with modern tools using modern means, because as I mentioned before, accessibility for physical games, while physical media is absolutely great to have, obviously, it is not accessible to a lot of people. And since we were talking about third world countries for a minute there, you will not get access to, I don't know, a brand new copy of Metroid Dread, or the new Grand Theft Auto collection that's coming out in your local place if you live in a small town in a third world country. Even if you live in a big town, in a big city, in a third world country, you might not get it. It's not a system that's accessible to a lot of people. And if we're going retro games, you know, just collector's items, you don't get that stuff. You're gonna have to go search very, very deep to find a few things. And the new GTA collection is not being released physically. Well, there's one thing. But yeah, like, let me tell you the story. When I was growing up, I was, I lived in Colombia, in a small town in Colombia. The way we would get games is there was a local game store where they didn't have games like you'd see at GameStop or at Best Buy, where you see the actual official case. No, it was a kiosk. Just like a small, you know, like you think you could order like tacos from a bus or something. That's the kind of size we're talking here. No, it's just a small kiosk, and there was a guy, and he just had like a big ass like CD book. You know, like all those books where you can just put CDs into it. A big ass thing with that, and he had like the printed covers. Not the actual covers, just like printed on paper covers of like PS1 games, for example. If you ask, do you want PS1 games, he will give you that. Like, alright, here's what I have. And, you know, you pick your games. Every game costed the same money. The same amount of money. It's not like Klonoa Door to Phantom will cost you $20, and Crash Bandicoot 3 will cost you $15, and Final Fantasy 7 will cost you $25. No, every single game costed 2,000 pesos. That is like, back then it was like $1, maybe, more or less. Yeah, so a bootleg operation. So yeah, so you would choose your game, pay him money, and he would give you a little like jewel case, not the original PS1 jewel case, just that regular ass jewel case with the game kind of, with just a regular CD that had the ROM of that game imprinted on it. And in order to play those games, you would need to have a PS1 that was hacked in order to play those games. And every PS1 that you would buy in the same store or just around the area was already hacked, so that people could play the game. So every single the whole system of game buying in there was built around piracy. That's why I care so much about piracy. It's literally how I wouldn't be a gamer today if piracy didn't exist. Okay. I briefly thought about this distributing bootleg music albums this way in high school. I mean, it works. Yeah. Now the problem is that some games wouldn't work. Like I remember, I was only able to play Crash Bandicoot 2 if you had the actual just standalone Crash Bandicoot 2, but because they also had like a collection where they had Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3, and 2 for some reason never worked. Yeah, there were just other games that wouldn't work quite well because of, you know, the whole process that you were doing it would kind of mess with how the PS1 reads games, but that's how we did it. And when it came to the PS2, same thing. They hacked the PS2 in order to be able to read burned ROMs into a CD. And no doubt those would be 5,000 pesos, just like $2.50. In any game, doesn't matter if it's FIFA 2003 or like Rule of Rose, the rarest game on the PS2. Don't matter. I mean, I don't think they had those games, but don't matter. Just because the process is the same. We get a disc, we burn the thing into it, and we put it in, right? But that's how it works in Colombia. That's how it worked when I was growing up in the area that I was growing up in. You could get some like regular games, but those were way more expensive. Like, we're talking several thousands of pesos here. And obviously, acquisition of money is a lot more difficult in Colombia. So even if I'm saying that it only costs $1, trust me, getting that one equivalent of $1, 2,000 pesos, it'll take a long time. So yeah, Rule of Rose. Why have I heard of this game before? It's a very, very dark game. It's also very frustrating, but it is a very, very dark game. I'm surprised it actually got released, considering the kind of content you see on it. My stepdad did that when I was a little, for our Wii. A lot of my collection was on a portable hard drive, yes. And obviously, when it comes to that, when you start thinking about how many people out in the world play games in a pirated way that cannot be tracked by any internet numbers or any sales numbers or any particular association, you realize maybe there's a lot more people out there playing these retro games and these cool games that, you know, maybe Psychonauts did actually sell very, very, very well. It just didn't sell officially very, very, very well when it came out in 2005. Maybe there were a bunch of people playing it on their hacked Xboxes and hacked PS2s in 2005 all across the world. Okay, and that's Rumble Roses you're thinking of. Yeah, that's a different kind of roast. I heard Rule of Rose is a horrible game. Yeah, it is. Rule of Rose's gameplay is absolutely atrocious. The atmosphere and the story are very interesting. And again, very, very dark if you're looking for something horrendous in that sense. Yes. Gameplay-wise, I don't recommend it. I thought the exact same thing. I thought the exact same thought about Psychonauts like a minute before you said it. Yeah. I saw Let's Play of Rule of Rose and just felt so bad for the main character. Really wanted her to get a rocket launcher and blow the whole place and characters up. Yeah, it's a game. I'm interested in playing it someday because it is a very unique game. Anyways, okay, so accessibility. Accessibility to games is not, well, readily available for most people across the world, and you know, as someone who grew up with that, I kind of want to focus on that. So this leads into what I've been trying to say the whole video, because I get distracted very easily. In the future, and ideally not the very distant future, I want to start making videos about games, from similar to how Nitro Rat does them and how you know, Cadicarus and those people do them, but with a little bit of a different focus. So you guys may remember that one video I uploaded saying that I had that Dante's Inferno project that just never really came true. And you know, I've been thinking about that video and why I kind of got bored of working on it, why I didn't feel like it was really working too well. And I was talking about this with Aiken Labs the other day, so I'll go ahead and reiterate what we were talking about. The idea of the angry critic, yeah, like review videos, yeah, kind of like that, but the angry critic, kind of like how the angry video game nerd or Angry Joe or those people that just kind of intentionally go into a game with very negative views or with a lot of pessimism and just try to make like a funny video out of making fun of a game. It was popular back in the day, but I feel like that just doesn't work anymore. The audience, the core audience for that sort of content has grown up. I enjoyed it when I was a teenager and a young adult even, but yeah, Angry Joe generally gives honest thoughts about his reviews. Yeah, that's fair enough. But I want to look at it from a different perspective. So I want to look at games more from a game design perspective, right? Because that's kind of what Nitro does. He doesn't just berate the game when he finds something he doesn't like. He actually likes to, you know, talk about the game, you know, more fairly. You know, he likes to look at it, you know, what went right, what went wrong, and what he thinks could have worked to make the game seem better, or what, you know, he tries to exemplify what the game did right and explain why it works so well. You know, a lot of game design people do that. And the other thing is that I no longer feel right being extremely critical of games, because I've learned of how game development works, right? Because when you see a game that's like boring or frustrating, or just a game that is generally bad, you gotta understand that game development is a very difficult and honestly very draining process for a lot of people. There's a lot of crunch in the industry, unfortunately. A lot of developers have to work way more than 40 hours a week, double that, 80 hours a week, sometimes even more than that. You know, they're tired, they're irritated, they're probably not physically well anymore, they're probably developing diseases, they're certainly not mentally okay. And game projects get rushed, developers don't get treated right. I used to think, you know, way back in the day, I used to think that like if I got into game design I would be able to also make a lot of money out of it. No, it's not. Game designers, the people that actually develop the games, they don't make a lot of money out of it. In fact, they actually make very little money out of it. Like, they don't make that much more than, like, say, a retail worker. Like, maybe the programmers do? Maybe the programmers get paid a little bit more, but generally speaking, and also depending on the company you're working for, yeah, you're not seeing a good paycheck out of game development. But you know, the paycheck is one thing. It's the treatment that really gets really gets on my nerves here. It's when you see a game that's done poorly, when you see a game that's done that has a lot of issues, a lot of frustrating decisions, you have to stop and think. You know, the developers probably didn't want to make a bad game. There were probably circumstances that led to the game being bad. Bad project management. That's a popular thing that can just drain a project down to hell. If the people managing the project are not experienced, they're not doing a good job at it, then it can drag the whole team down. Crunch. Very soon after 40 hours, your productivity actually goes way down. So if you're working 80 hours a week on a game instead of 40 hours, that doesn't mean you're gonna get the game done twice as fast. That just means you're gonna be really tired, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, and the game is actually probably gonna end up taking longer because you're spending more time fixing the mistakes that you made because you were overworked. And you know, developers sometimes, they're people. Real things happen. Maybe they were put to do something that they weren't really experienced with. Maybe they're trying to get some experience. They are, you know, all kinds of things can happen in game design that a lot of things we'll never know about because it's not out in the public. So, you know, celebrities, actors, they get all the front publicity, but all the people working behind a movie, you know, the people making the special effects and the sound design and the props and all of that, they don't really get that much credit. Same goes for game design. You'll probably hear about the director. You'll hear about your Shigeru Miyamoto's. You'll hear about your Hideo Kojima's. But, you know, when you get to the ending credits of a game and you see all of those names scrolling just for a few seconds on screen, you're not hearing about those people. You'll never remember those. If you actually pay attention, you might remember some of the names, but you know, they'll never get their own article on a news website. They won't get a highlight like saying, oh, this small level designer that worked on like this one old 3D platformer, hey, he's making a new game, he's working on a new game, can you guys be excited about it? No, they're all gonna talk about like the big people. And yeah, let me catch up with chat real quick. I feel like nowadays Angry Joe is wait, hold on, let me catch up a little bit further. I've never watched a full video of Angry Joe. Are you saying he's as angry as the Game Grumps are grumpy? Basically, yeah, that's kind of his gimmick. I feel like nowadays Angry Joe goes too fast with some of his game reviews. He treated Final Fantasy 15 pretty badly, but it was clear in his footage that he rushed through, and that's why he struggled. Granted, 15 isn't a great game, but it's not horrible, yeah. Is it 10 minutes at 400 degrees or 5 minutes at 800 degrees problem? Yeah, it doesn't work the same. Most people use the term developer uniformly for the gaming industry, but the difference is between a developer and designer for games. Developers do engines and designers make the games. Within designers, there are many different types of designers, all with varied responsibilities depending on the company too. Yeah, that's true. And also something else that I realized in that statement is that a lot of people say developer. When they say developer, they mean the company. You know, if you ask somebody who developed Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4, you say Insomniac Games. Insomniac Games is a company. It's not a person. A lot of people, hundreds of people, made Marvel Spider-Man. Are you gonna remember all those people? No, you generalize it as a company name, but you gotta understand, you're not talking people here, you're talking a company. Who made The Last of Us Part 2? Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog is a company. The people don't get recognized, the people just get shoved under the rug as just part of the company. That ain't right. So, ever since I started thinking about all these things, thanks to Jim Sterling's many coverings of the gaming industry, I realized that bad games, they're just a symptom of a much bigger problem. If a game is frustrating, if a game is boring, or if a game just isn't good for whatever reason it may be, it's not because the developers wanted to make a bad game. It's because something went wrong somewhere and somebody had a really hard... If you think you're having a bad time playing the game that's boring, you have no idea what kind of bad time the developer was going through while making that game. The developers and designers and all the people working on it, they had a much worse time than you're having just not beating this level that is like a kind of frustrating, trust me. So I'd feel kind of bad criticizing games as harshly as a lot of these angry critics did in the past. Obviously, you do have to understand that you have to criticize games. That's completely understandable. But, you know, be a bit more fair about it. Don't be a dick about it. Right? Yeah, that's really the main takeaway there. When you're criticizing games, don't just be a dick about it. Just like actually put yourself in the shoes of the designers and the developers and think, what went wrong here? What happened that made these people so what happened to these people that made this product so so questionable in its quality? Well, actors are in the front camera, so in return, if the movie doesn't do well, then the director and actors will also get the criticism more than everyone else will too. Fair enough. Speaking of The Last of Us, did you ever play either of the two games? I have not. I have The Last of Us remastered on PS4. So, someday. Because you made a comment about the characters that didn't sit well with me at all. It's not so much that I know that... It's not so much that I don't like the characters, it's that I know the internet was very angry about the characters. There's a lot of there was a lot of backlash for, I mean, a lot of characters in The Last of Us 2, but particularly, what's her name? Abby. I know Abby is a divisive character, not because I know everything that I know the thing that she did, but I don't know everything else. I don't know what her personality is like, so I can't really have a strong opinion. I'm just kind of reiterating what I've seen. Okay. Anyways, it was easier to be blunt and critical about games back then because there was an impenetrable veil, and we just never heard of the stories of the humans behind the games we played, especially between regions. Yes. That the characters were not likable, so many characters in the game are likable. So far a few in part 2 are not likable. I'm not done with the game. Please do not say or post spoilers. That's fine. Obviously, I'm speaking mostly from word of mouth, and so far, fuck Abby. Yes, there it is. Because I understand that the characters on The Last of Us are, you know, the setting of The Last of Us is like there's a lot of, it puts the characters into very difficult situations that makes them do horrible things. That's kind of what I understand of it. So that's why they're not really supposed to be like weird people. But when you get the context, I guess it's not that bad. The character you like the most will die. I mean, that's kind of the thing with those kinds of games, don't they? Like, basically every fucking character dies at the end. Not just... I'm not talking specifically about The Last of Us, I'm talking like everything. Yeah, Game of Thrones is a great example. I never played those games. I couldn't name more than one or more of two of the characters, yes. Okay, anyways. So yeah, I wanna make videos about games, but I don't wanna be an angry YouTube man that screams about video games and tells you that the game is bad. I didn't really do that with Dante's Inferno. I did actually try to be a lot more fair with my criticisms of the game, but I also realized that looking back at the script, and I still actually have the script up if you guys want to look at it someday, but I got into like very minute details on that Dante's Inferno thing, and I realized no, that doesn't work. I gotta be a bit more broad. I gotta just tell you some stuff, but I can't like tell you everything because there's other things that I want to do with those videos. Okay, Angry Hollow YouTube channel names kicked Joe off his throne. So you know what you want to not do. What is it that you do want to do in future videos? Yeah, so I know that I don't want to be angry about them. I know that I do want to have a bit more of a fair criticism. But I also, as we were talking about earlier, I want to talk about games from their accessibility perspective, as in how accessible is the game right now. Does it have a PC port, which, you know, consoles are a lot more difficult to get than a PC. Again, when we're talking about the idea of the whole world, not just the first world countries. So PC ports are important. Even then, is the game available in modern consoles? Because if it's something like the PS3, did you guys hear that Sony officially like discontinued support for actually adding funds into your PS3 account? So either they did that or they're about to do that, so you can or you won't be able to add funds to your PS3. You'll still be able to buy games if you had funds in there, but funds, the second one. F-U-N-D-S. Okay. Yeah, so that's definitely a big step towards getting rid of the actual PlayStation Store on the PS3. That kind of sucks. So that won't be an accessible option anymore. So the question is, can the game be emulated? Does the game have a PC port? Does the game is the game still being sold in a digital manner on modern consoles, like the PS2 games on PS4? Like, I can get Apescape 2 on PS4 and pay PS5 very easily, but I can't do that for Apescape 1 or 2. I mean, 1 or 3. Those are not being sold. So, like, you know, there's a situation there. Okay. I've been learning recently about game production, and this goes for most industries. The team will split tasks among themselves, and if there's a bug issue, it can block forward progress. Yeah. And rushing a game will that really caused an issue with it. I remember Crash to Insanity was like an extremely rushed game. It was meant to be a lot better and a lot longer than it actually came out to be. You have the product owner that tends to suggest new features which the director either puts on the backlog or scrambles to somehow fit in by reducing or adding resources, time, money, and staffing. Yeah, and that's more people get added to a project, that's more people to manage, so that's why big, huge games are so difficult to make. Did you sell Spider-Man on PS4? No. Look at that one. That's until that game gets an official announcement for a PC port, I will continue to own it on my PS4. But yeah, you can still add funds via PS4 to their site, not to the PS3 directly. Really weird to see. Yeah, okay, so that still works, but again, that's step one. That's step one of doing that. Hello, yes, I'd like a copy of Ratchet & Clank. I'll trade you a Helvetica and a Joker, man. I just saw that season 2 episode of The Simpsons where Homer gets to the man features for a car's design and the project tanks. Is that close to what you're talking about? Probably. I realized that I owned the Crash Bandicoot Trilogy game until I found it on my PS4 digital library. I was shocked and completely forgot I either purchased it or they came on PS Plus. I don't think that's been on PS Plus, so you probably actually bought it at some point. I mean, I might be wrong about that. But hey, good games! Play them! Fun! Okay. But yeah, I want to talk about games from an accessibility perspective as to how they're accessible, and then also from the perspective of is the game accessible for certain people. So like, for example, what languages is the game available on? If the game is only available in English, I mean, that is a very widely spoken language, but if it's available in more languages, that's great. Japanese, Spanish, Italian, German, French, Portuguese, Chinese, Korean, whatever you got. A lot of games nowadays have a whole bunch of language options. But back in the day, that wasn't the case. And in fact, more than that, a lot of games in on like the PS2 and the PS1, because it wasn't such an interconnected market back then, games were available in multiple languages, but only if you got that your specific region's version of that game. So like if you want to play, I don't know, fucking MediEvil 2 in German, you have to get like the German version. If you want to play Kingdom Hearts 2 in Spanish, you have to get like the European version, and hopefully it has a Spanish option. And like I remember I showed you guys in the collection, I had the Russian version of The Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon. So that one also had English, but English and Russian. If you want to get that game in Russian, you have to get like the specific Russian version of it. Games don't do that anymore. But I want to give like a particular applause to games from the old times that gave you a bunch of language options as well. There are some. Most just give you one or two, or none at all, but hey, that's something. I didn't really... Wait, hold on. Klingon, yes, that's language. Similar, a funny example my instructor said was a team is tasked to make Octodad, and then the product owner who told them to do it said one day, how about we throw in a squid boss? Was that a hypothetical scenario? I like Octodad, but I don't know much about its creation. Okay, yeah, that's I can't imagine Octodad with an octopus, I mean squid boss fight. Anyways, but besides languages, there's also something I used to do was actually play games without sound. While watching a stream, I would have the stream on one window, on one screen, then the game on the other screen, and the game would be muted. So I would be looking at the game and listening to the stream. And that actually gave me an opportunity to see, okay, so can I actually beat this game without sound? And you know, that goes into the territory. Our subtitles, when you have no hearing, are no longer just an added bonus. Now they're a necessity. If you don't have subtitles for your story or whatever, then you don't get to experience this. You don't get to experience the dialogue in the story. You might be able to understand some context clues from like the characters' animations and you know from what's going on. But if you don't have subtitles and you are hearing impaired, you're completely deaf, or you have a hearing problem of some capacity, which, you know, there's different degrees. You're just go from full hearing to deaf. There are multiple degrees in the middle, and even if you have just a little bit of a hearing impairment, that might affect you. And what do games do to alleviate that? Do they put enough visual prompts on screen so that you can actually see what's going on even if you can't hear it? Or if a game, it's like survival horror games, I can guarantee you are terrible for deaf people or for hearing impaired people, because a lot of them rely on sound design to create the atmosphere, which I get it, that makes sense, but that also means you're leaving a bigger chunk of the audience out of your game than you realize. It's not ideal. That's a pretty good answer to the common problem with a licensed game, yeah. I do that stuff for like FIFA usually, just the stuff that doesn't exactly require audio. Stuff to pass the time while I listen to a holo stream, yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, like I played a couple of games with no sound and got varying degrees of results with that. So for example, God of War, just like the classic God of War games, those can be played without sound pretty much. There's usually no puzzles that require sound. There's a lot of visual cues on screen, but the problem is that a lot of those games don't have subtitles. God of War 1 and 2 specifically don't have subtitles. So if you don't already know the story, you're not gonna get the story. I'm gonna play Tak and the Power of Juju. No subtitles. I literally could not understand I did not know what was going on in the story as far as the dialogue was concerned. I got the context clues. I can have an idea of what happens in that game, but I don't actually know because I couldn't hear and I couldn't read what the characters were saying. So that was a misstep on their department. I played, and this wasn't actually a deaf playthrough, but I started randomly playing Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World one day, picking up where I left off. And I did that without sound. And lo and behold, the first dungeon I go into throws me a sound puzzle. And the only way you can figure it out is if you have sound on. So that was like an instant failure for that game. Here is a bit of the game that you literally cannot finish without sound. You failed the test, Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World. There was a puzzle in Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. Towards the very end, it is entirely reliant on sound. Very sensitive sound at that. Like, you have to be paying a lot of attention to solve that puzzle. And there are no other clues. I looked. There was nothing else that was telling me how to solve that puzzle in that game. Completely fails the test in that department. And yeah. Not good. I wonder if there exists a horror game that deliberately added features to assist hearing impaired players. There's probably some out there. But games as recent as like the Resident Evil 2 remake were cited to be as unplayable for hearing impaired players. There's a forum somewhere for gaming reviewed by hearing impaired people to see how, not so much the quality of the game, but like, can a hearing impaired person play this? And you know, I want to kind of look at that as well. You know, that seems like something important. That's something I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of hearing impaired viewers, but hey, if I end up having one or two out there, I just kind of want to check out my videos, I'll make sure to have subtitles. Full subtitles for those kinds of videos. I can't do full subtitles for a stream because of course not. But for a video? That makes more sense. Okay. I want to say Left 4 Dead includes detailed captions for important sound effects, but I could be confusing that with another game. For horror stuff, they could probably use controller vibration to mimic heartbeats to help the atmosphere. I know Rockstar has done that with their slasher games mode to add tension. You know what? The PS5 supposedly has like this haptic feedback thing. Maybe that means that the controller rumbles in specific areas? And that could be good to let you know, like, if you're playing a first-person shooter and you get shot from behind, maybe the controller vibrates only in like the handles, like the lower handles of the thing itself. That's to let you know, hey, you're getting shot at from behind, turn around. And that would be helpful for hearing impaired people. I want to say they also did it for Manhunt. I played Manhunt. I don't remember if that game did it, but I think maybe. I was about to cite musical puzzles as a problem area. It's easy enough to turn a piano puzzle into something workable for deaf players if you include the visual aid, like color-coded piano keys. Yeah, and maybe you could make, if you're willing to go the extra mile, you could make two different versions of a puzzle. The regular version, and then a version that's easier for hearing impaired people. Maybe it's also easier for everybody, but hey, that's called being inclusive. You should try to be inclusive in your game design. That's a shame. I don't remember Symphonia 2's gameplay is kind of crummy for its stellar plot and characters. I'll come back to it one day, I'm sure. Just not yet. Send me a text of where you're in your game, by the way. I have a few games that I got while working at the mall that I never touched and never got rid of. Yeah, I think you've been up there with me. Wizards. I'll throw their name out there because I'm sure there's a lot of places in the world called Wizards, but Wizards. Look it up. Actually, there's a way to throw up auto-generated subtitles on stream. I'll throw out the tutorial for it. I think I have that. Don't I have subtitles? Yeah, I do. Hold on. Yeah, your extension will be... Yeah, I have closed captions on this thing. Right there. I was ahead of the game and I didn't even realize. That worked for you? It might be a little bit clunky. Maybe it just doesn't. Maybe it doesn't understand me. I don't blame it. I don't speak clearly. Okay. Okay. I thought Luigi's Mansion does something like that for a vibration. Did it? Maybe. Then needs to a good horror game to make it imagine if it's HD rumble. Oh, that's what you were talking about. Luigi's Mansion 3 specifically, not just the first one. We wouldn't decide to call Luigi's Mansion 3 a horror game. They have a good opportunity coming up with Fatal Frame. I think that game actually came out. Made of Black Wood. I think it came out today, or it's coming out on the 29th, which is today. It is officially now the 29th over here in the East Coast. Wizards, that's where I went. This plugin has never worked for me, as in I've never seen a single caption written when I turn the plugin on. I wonder if there's something I have to do on my end, or if it's something that each individual user has to turn on. Let's see that. Companion website. Yeah, I mean it should already be installed. Did I turn that off at some point? I might have turned that off at some point and now it's turned back on. If you can, like, reload the stream, see if it's there now. Or maybe it's always been there and it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Okay. But, what else? So yes, looking at games from the matter of game design, accessibility to the game itself, how the game is accessible to other players, and I don't know what else I can add to that list, but I'll have to figure it out. Nonetheless, this is content that I feel is much more fitting for for a long-term plan, technically speaking. Okay, see a button toggled on and off in a setting button, but I've never seen any actual captions, no matter what I've done. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. But the thing with this kind of content, obviously, is that it lines up with the kind of content that I watch, right? Because here's the thing: I stream. You know, I'm streaming right now, and I try to stream once or twice a week, just depending on what my work schedule is like. Sometimes I can stream like almost 5 times a week. Sometimes I can only stream maybe once, like I think this week's gonna turn out to be. And I enjoy streaming, absolutely. Don't get me wrong, but ultimately speaking, I don't think I want to be a streamer. Like I enjoy streaming. I will continue streaming, but I guess I don't want to be a streamer like as my future. Like I don't want to be like a Twitch partner that just does like 5 streams a week and, you know, I have like a busy schedule and I'm doing all these sorts of things with streams. Because it's a fun thing that I enjoy doing. It's definitely a hobby. But if I had to follow something that I consider more of a passion, yeah, definitely those kinds of edited videos would fall closer to that line. Like I was considering maybe starting to do more stream highlights, like edited stream highlights for myself. And I mean, that's definitely not a bad idea. But I feel like for a minute I thought, oh, maybe that's the kind of content I would really like shoot my channel up. But then I realized that, oh, you know what? On second thought, I want to do something a little bit different. Catch up with chat real quick. Then Game Maker's Toolkit does do a yearly video on what games have the best accessibility features. Yes, Mark indeed does that, and I love that series of him. I never thought about games from an accessibility perspective until he started making that, and like, you know what, he makes a good point here. So, I probably wouldn't have played a lot of games if they weren't available in Spanish, and for many other reasons. Difficulty is an accessibility thing, not so much a... It can also be a narrative thing. Difficulty can be a lot of things. It's not just a testament of skill. That you're supposed to like keep testing yourself. Only one stream this week? Ah, maybe, yeah. Because tomorrow we're doing the movie watch along. And also tomorrow I'm going out with my mom somewhere. So, and on Saturday as well, because I have Saturday off, but I'm gonna spend that time with my mom as well. And then Sunday it's Halloween and I'm working. So, there's that. So it's looking unlikely that I'll be able to do more streams this week. Also, I haven't been that much in the mood for streaming, I have to be perfectly honest with you guys. I mean, again, I do enjoy streaming, but after I've started thinking about all these ideas, yeah, if you want to mix streams and videos or only do videos, I'll probably mix it, definitely. I don't want to like abandon streaming, because it's not something you have to abandon. Actually, that ties into something else that I want to discuss. Live streams are an irreplaceable social experience, if you ask me. I bet he'll still be doing occasional live streams 10 years from now. Yeah, I'll still be doing live streams. This, because this can actually be an extra. It's not something that I have to abandon. It's not like you have to stop being a streamer, and that's something else that I want to bring up. So obviously, I'm using a VTuber model now. For these videos, I want to also get a different VTuber model, something that is a bit more different, or maybe even if I'm feeling ambitious, I might even get myself like a couple of VTuber models, because I have the ability to do it. I have the art skills, I have the live 2D knowledge, even if it's basic. I know some live 2D, and they don't have to be super complicated models, because you're not focusing entirely on the game screen. I mean, on the model, like you are right now. Actually, I should probably, we're gonna be doing this. We might as well just make my model a little bit bigger now I think about it. Where is it? There it is. Just do that. Okay. So, yeah, I was probably gonna give myself a different model. If you guys have been looking at the Discord server, that character I've been working on, like the Sun Wukong girl, I kind of wanna do something with that. Probably because live 2D is also just a fun thing to do, just to turn your characters into a more likable thing. Also, you end it. Ooh, this a little bit. Okay. And a thing that I definitely want to avoid, and I want to teach VTubers about, is that you don't have to freaking graduate just because. I mean, I get that a lot of VTubers graduate because they're going into a company, and like they're going to go from an indie VTuber to a corporate VTuber. I get that, but there's this idea that VTubers usually graduate like they seem to have like a lifespan of 1 year, and a lot of them are not in it for the long haul, and I mean that's okay. But the thing is that a lot of VTubers just stream. And I'm doing that right now. I've realized that I'm being a bit hypocritical here. A lot of VTubers just fucking stream. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with being a streamer, but that leaves a very huge gap in the market that I want to capitalize on. There is a huge potential for the kind of video content that I want to make, right? And then enhance that visually with VTubing, right? Because if you make a model and you do a little bit of, you know, you put that on the screen instead of just a face cam, or cutting the video between game footage and then, you know, you talking directly into the camera like a lot of NitroRad and a lot of those people do. You just mix that up with VTubing. I mean, that's like a different thing about it. And that brings that market, that brings like the edited discussion video market into VTubing, and vice versa. It brings the VTuber visual flair into the game review, game design, accessibility thing, all of that kind of market. Like the video essays, that's what they're called. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be smart enough yet to do something like what Jacob Geller does, but I mean, I can try. Not saying it's a bad design, I just have a hard time imagining that character talking to me about video games. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. I got an idea. Okay. That reminds me, have you seen anyone using a VR mocap model for delivering video livestream content? Using a VR motion capture yes, actually. It's really uncanny about it, I don't like it much. I have seen a couple of people that actually have the full setup. It's definitely a little bit uncanny because a lot of hand tracking is not right. Actually, yeah, I can show you guys kind of what that looks like. I know one in particular. Let me see some here. There she is. Actually, that's a live 2D mode. There it is. So this is what her hands move like. Right, okay, ignore the... ignore the picture on screen, just look at her hands. So it does have some amount of hand tracking, it just doesn't quite look perfect. I mean, it's not going to look perfect because of course it's not. But yeah, you do have some amount of hand tracking. Okay, we're not actually talking about Angie Katrina though. Let's come back over here. I like Angie Katrina, but the long boob. Okay. But yes, I want to bridge that gap. I want to. What's your thing? When VTubers graduate, it's very common for them to delete all their content, and I want to make content that's not worth deleting. I guess it's a good way of looking at it. I want to make content that you can like look at now, and in 5 years somebody will find the channel and they'll be able to look at that content again, and like it'll still be good, it'll still be relevant, it'll still have something worthwhile, and it'll be again shorter. It will be bingeable content because you can binge a channel like NitroRad and Kadikarus and Angry Joe if you want to watch him too, because of the kind of content that they make. It's content that you can just watch over and over, not over and over, but you can watch all of their content in succession because it's like addicting, and not like in a bad way. It's just like fun, like one kind of Benjamin Franklin, yes. I guess I brought up that to say I hope you don't do that, because it looks like a big cost, a lot of work, and a not very satisfying payoff for the VR tubing. No, yeah, I'm not doing that. I do have an idea. I'm gonna wait until I can actually make the idea work before I show you guys. So why would they want to delete their old content? That's like getting rid of your portfolio once you get hired by the first employer. I don't know. I don't know why they do that. A lot of them, not all of them do that. But if I had to guess, it's because VTubing comes primarily from Japan, right? And Japanese VTubers do that a lot. Once they you know, that's extremely common with them. Once they realize that they can no longer produce content for whatever reason, you know, this health problems, they're moving into a new step in their life, they got in trouble for something that they didn't mean to do, content gets deleted. That's just like a common thing that people do in Japan. I don't know, maybe it's because like to avoid because as an apology for not being able to continue being a content creator anymore, because they, you know, a lot of them probably don't see it as a hobby. They probably see it as like an actual job, even if it is not being paid. They probably see it as like an actual career thing, and you have an audience that you're meant to entertain, and if you disappoint that audience, that's like dishonor you and dishonor on your cow. So you want to delete that content, you know, to avoid the shame. I don't know, talking out of my ass here, I don't know the actual reason, but because VTubing is Japanese and they allow them to do that, that kind of bled over into the Western VTubers. Again, not all of them do that, even not the Japanese ones do that, but I feel like it's got some connection. There's gotta be some connection in there, and I don't like that. If one day I genuinely stop making content, like streaming or videos or whatever, I'm gonna delete it. Why would I? I've already expressed how much I care about archiving, about making sure that as much content is available for as long as possible. Why would I go against that by like deleting my channel? You know, unless there was like unless I had to delete it because there was like some damning evidence of like able to dox me and like get me in serious health troubles, and even then I highly doubt I would find myself in a situation like that. So, you know, don't expect that to happen from me. Even if I were to finish my VTuber activities, I wouldn't delete my channel. I would just stop being a VTuber. I don't have to ruin it for you guys just because I don't want to do it anymore. You know? Okay. Because the employer has weird draconian rules. Some cats want to wipe the slate clean, so to speak. I can understand it, but it really sucks if there's a lot of bangers. Seen some artists do it as well. Yeah, it's... I can kind of understand the ideals behind it, but I still don't agree with them. I don't think it's a good idea. This just reminds me of how much old anime is now lost media, and now I'm sad about it. Yeah, a lot of... I'm sure there's a lot more anime that you guys have never seen before because it's just not available anymore in any way, shape, or form. Maybe it got saved into a DVD somewhere. Maybe it didn't. Maybe nobody recorded it. Maybe it's just gone. Maybe there's several hundreds of animes out there that you will never know about because nobody recorded them. Nobody made a DVD collection of them. And nobody talks about them anymore. Could be absolute bangers, classics that are just waiting, that are just lost to history. Never to be seen again. Who knows? Alright. But yeah. Man, Wizards is still quite a way away from me, even though I'm closer to it. Hold on to the games I want to get rid of until we get another trip together. Yes. It's definitely not something you can just casually go. Something is pretty much the bread and butter of Kenny Lauderdale's channel, by the way. Ah, I'll have to look at that. Yes, I want to make in summary, since Brian missed all of it, or not all of, but like a big chunk of it. In conclusion, in the future, hopefully not too far, like I would like to start working on that. Like I'm probably as like next year, maybe later this year if possible. You know, as soon as I can, as soon as I get the time for it and resources for it. Not more resources. It's just time. That's what I need. I don't really need money, but I would like to make money out of it. But I don't need money. I just need time. It is also is crazy expensive. Next, the Kill la Kill alternate ending, really great animation instead of, but hard to find. Yeah. In conclusion, hollow YouTube channel and fuck Abby. Well, a little bit more than that. Okay, yeah, I want to make game reviews about how game reviews focusing on games from a design perspective, how accessible the games are, which by the way means we're gonna play a lot of retro games. I'm probably mostly going to focus on retro games and indie games. I'm not gonna go crazy over whatever the next Assassin's Creed game is or all of. I mean, we might play some of the old Call of Duties, because those are retro, but I did almost said fuck, Brian, you are correct. I almost uttered the fuck word. Good thing I didn't fucking say the fuck word, Brian. Good thing we didn't have that situation. Anyways, that, I'm doing it for the intention of making shorter, bingeable content that is a lot easier to watch and a lot harder to find a reason to delete. And I want to implement VTubing into that so that I can give me a boost. Because a lot of game critics and video essayists out there, they just kind of start making content, and that's fine. But it basically takes the YouTube algorithm to recommend them to the right channel to before they can really blow up. And I'm sure there's a lot of video essayists out there that are making great freaking content, awesome stuff that we don't know about because they haven't been blessed by the algorithm. With VTubing, I got that advertisement edge. I can put myself out there on the VTuber Reddit and be like, hey, so all of those other VTubers, they're fine, they're great, they're awesome people, but here's what I'm doing. Very different from what they're doing. Want to check it out? And obviously that boost that like maybe I could do like a VTuber debut, because that gets you like 10 times the usual amount of content you will get from your average streams. But if I could get that many people in the door and be like, okay, so this is actually not a streaming channel, I fooled you, this is what we're actually doing, and be like, oh, they're doing that thing, and I'm like, yeah, I get a lot of people in the door that way. So yeah, try to be smart about this. Okay, are you talking about those with F-bombs dropping like a mother ever? Are you talking about those channels that were basically invisible until Adam Millard noticed and shouted them out? Yeah, that's a good example. I'll tell you did a debut already. So, a VTuber debut is when you like properly introduce yourself in a stream. Pull a Dio and do Dio on the VTuber fans. You thought it was gonna be a streaming channel, but it was video essayist VTuber man. But yeah, the VTuber debut is when the VTuber like introduces themselves. Like hey, here's who I am. Here's what I do. Here's who made my model, here's who rigged my model, here's my hobbies, here's what I like, here's what I don't like, here's my favorite anime, here's my favorite music. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Usually maybe we'll finish it off with a karaoke section. Yay! That's a VTuber debut. I never did that. And the reason I never did that is because it would get me like 10 times the amount of viewers, as I said. Like instead of there being like 3 people in chat right now, we would have like 50 people in chat right now. Actually, yeah, more than 10 times. VTubers introduce themselves with karaoke. They don't have to, but a lot of them do. A lot of VTubers do karaoke. A lot of VTubers that don't even necessarily sing well do karaoke, just because, not just because they actually like it, or because peer pressure. because everybody else is doing it, so I gotta do it as well. I admit, a lot of the things that I do as a VTuber is because other people were doing it, and I'm getting kind of tired of chasing trends. I want to become a trend chaser, a trendsetter, or once. I want to do something different. Okay. Anyways, I think I got my bases covered. We're at 3 hours. Wow. How do I do it every time? I managed to squeeze like several hours worth of rants just out of thin air. I do got that skill. I gotta admit that. I have the ability to keep a conversation going. Some VTubers and streamers in general will just freeze up. They don't know what the fuck to talk about, and I mean, I don't blame them. I understand that social anxiety is the thing. I don't think they're bad content creators because of it, but I pride myself in not having that problem. Alright. I think we're done for tonight. I think I established my point. What I wanted to talk about, and we also beat MediEvil. Yay! That was an hour and a half ago, but... Yay! Okay, so, again, more than likely, that is going to be my last stream of October. This one. And I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do throughout the month of November. I mean, obviously I still got Tales of the Abyss, but I want to see how I am. I don't know if I want to go straight into Criminal Origins yet. Condemned Criminal Origins. I probably want to wait a little bit. Maybe with some Genshin or some other stuff. I don't know. Good job. That makes Twitch a special place to me. Yes. I remember after rewatching the 2-hour mark, you used to go, "Oh man, 2 hours, gotta go end the stream, bye." That's like 1 AM. Yeah. Sometimes it happens. It's the power of friendship, yes. F is for the friends who do stuff together. Absolutely. U is... I only remember the plankton part. I know U is for uranium. And N is for no survivors. F is for fire that burns the whole town. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and but those words don't start with N. They're followed by an N, but they don't start with... Anyways, I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow for the Ring watch along movie on the Discord server. It's gonna be very spooky. The Ring is actually the very first horror movie I ever watched, so I'm looking forward to challenging that old fear of mine again. And otherwise, the next time I'll see you guys after that will probably be in Aiken Labs' streams in chat. So I'll see you then. And otherwise, hope you have a great rest of your night, great rest of your day, great day at work, at school, whatever you're doing. Hope you yourself have a good one. Aim for fruits and start with an N, an apple, orange, and onion, and nana. I don't believe a nana is a fruit, but nonetheless, I'm gonna go to my nana now and go to sleep. See you later, everybody. Have a good one. Bye bye.